Hey Wolfie, what are we doing today? Today we're going to talk about a coronavirus update. We are going to talk about a weekly budget. It's the second one of those that we're going to do. And I shot some video around town. I want to throw that in as some B-roll stuff so y'all can kind of see. The beach is really close here, along with thousands of other places. Anyway, well, that's what we're doing today, right? On Chasing the Sun. Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to another episode of Chasing the Sun, where we do everything RV life and van life. Today we're going to do a coronavirus update to let you guys know how Wolfie and I are doing. We're also going to be doing our second weekly budget video, how we doing on our $500 a month goal, and just kind of a general overview of some of the things that's going on in our life. You've already saw the B-roll, and the B-roll is the stuff that we shot earlier in Surf City, and the beaches are closed, man. It's just a crazy time, and it's a little bit sad, but gotta keep going, man. One of the reasons I started the channel was to help people who are trying to decide if they can afford this life or live this life or understand this life, can do it inexpensively. And today we're going to talk about that in pretty in depth. Let's talk about, first of all, if I had stayed in my apartment, which I've been out for about 5 weeks now, if I had stayed in my apartment, I would have spent $2,300, and in the last month I spent just less than $500. So that's a huge savings, like big time, obviously. And so moving forward, it's $500 a month. I mean, that's for my gas, that's for my phone, that's for my insurance, that's everything. And I'll break that down a little bit. It's a little bit different now because I'm in one place because of the travel quarantine. But if you take what I would spend on gas and what I spend in rent, pretty much the same thing. So I think it's very comparable. And also I tracked down the amount of food that I ate this week and got a little bit of a detail on that. But let's do a little bit of a comparison over the last 6 months of my life and versus the next 6 months of my life. So spending $2,300 a month, a single person, and that's a job or two for some people. That's life. You got to get up, you got to work, you got to pay your bills. And I just barely had enough time to come home and go to bed and hang out with Wolfie and then get up and do the whole thing again. $2,300 a month. Whereas in van life, it's $500 a month. Quite a bit of difference. But I did not see the pandemic coming. The timing was perfect. And so I hopped in my RV, which I've owned for a couple of years, just to save money. And I thought I would be traveling, but because of the travel ban, I'm not. So today, if you're in a situation where you're going to lose your job, which millions of Americans are going to do, you're just kind of curious about the life. You wonder what it's like. Can you do it? That's what we're doing here. Now, moving forward, let's go 6 months into the future. $500 a month, 6 months is $3,000. $2,300 a month times 6 is a whole lot of money. So that's a real big deal to me. That's money that I can save, or I can work less, or just basically enjoy my life better. I don't have to be chained to a job, although I do have to work. And in future videos, I'll show you how I will do that on the road. But think about that. Think about if you had the freedom to just $500 a month. I mean, that is an insanely low number in my life. I know some people that pay $2,000 a month in New York City for a studio apartment. That's insane. Anyway, so over the past 6 months, I wasn't able to save very much money, even though I was working 2 jobs in Wilmington, North Carolina. But now, if I make $1,500 a month, I put $1,000 a month in savings. So that's an incredible thing. If you're rebuilding your life, or you're just trying to start over, or you just want to enjoy the life, it's possible, it's real, and it's amazing. And as like I always say, within 45 minutes, I can pull up all of the things and put them, batten them down in my van, and or my RV, and if I want to go to Canada, I will go to Canada, as long as there's not a travel ban on, and I have enough money to do that. So let's talk about my savings. If I am checking what I have on hand, except for my emergency fund, and I call it a life fund because if my life depended on it, I would get into that money, but otherwise I will never spend that money. But just with the money that I have in my checking and savings right now, and I haven't worked a lot lately, so that's lower than normal. That's typical because a lot of people are slowing down or losing their jobs, being laid off or fired. With the money that I have on hand, I could live about 2.5 months if I was careful. Now, if I, like today in the RV and doing exactly what I'm doing, I can live for 18 months. I mean, think about that. That is an incredible difference. So if you find yourself losing a job or not being able to pay your rent, this is a real viable option. And boy, it's for lots of people, it's the answer. It could be the only answer, but it is a viable answer. It's a viable answer to life-changing threats. So there you go. So last week was the first of the month where I pay all of my reoccurring bills, and I spent $267. That was rent and my phone and what's the other one? Insurance, all of that. So that's the big week. It's always the first week of the month where I pay all of my reoccurring bills. This week I spent $50 on rent and $27 on food. So I did keep track of the food. I have a lot of food on board because I'm prepping for the long wait, because we can't move around and we have social distancing and all that. But I kept track, and I spent $27 on food. So far this month I'm up to $344. Next week should be another $77, and then the week after that should be another $77. So right now I'm dead on for being around that $500 a month. So yeah, there's that. And as far as the other things, as far as the coronavirus is going, I see things closing, and I see that Walmart now has got they got the dairy section is kind of blocked off, and it's kind of boarded off, and it's a strange and scary time. And honestly, I don't know what I would be doing if I didn't have this to fall back on. I would literally be losing my mind, because I work for myself. I'm an independent contractor, and I've applied for the unemployment, even though they said that that I'm eligible. If I get that, I'm going to be fine for a long time. But right now, it's a hornet's nest that I don't understand, and it's hard to get my way around that. So I'm hopeful to that. But anyway, so that's it. Week 2 of the how much does it cost to live this life, and we're at $344. There you go. So if there's something that you would like for me to discuss that I haven't, you have comments or a title for a show, drop that in the comment section, please. Or my email is always included in the description, so you can get a hold of me there. So there you go. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We're doing very well. We're right on our way. We've been doing this about 2 weeks now. Well on our way to 100 subscribers. Really, really amazing. Thank you so much for that. And as I always say, you have to get up today. and do one thing that gets you closer to your dreams, and do it every single day until your dream comes true. I believe that, and I live that. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. See you on the next one.